Hi, this is Ravi from the Nifty BN channel. In this video, I would be discussing the iron butterfly trade that I took this expiry. But before we dive into the actual trade, let's have a quick recap of what an iron butterfly strategy is. So what is iron butterfly option strategy? Iron butterfly, also known as the iron fly, is a risk-defined version of the short straddle option strategy. Building this strategy requires four legs. You sell one at the money put, buy one out of the money put at a lower strike price, sell one at the money call, and buy one out of the money call at a higher strike price. It is usually done for a credit. Iron butterfly is a neutral bias strategy. That is, it is neither bullish nor bearish and is mostly used in high volatility environments. Iron fly can also be seen as a combination of a bull put spread and a bear call spread, with the short put and short call having the same strike price. Maximum profit is attained when the price of the underlying asset ends exactly at the strike price of the sold options at expiry, as all the options would expire worthless and you would retain the premium received to initiate the position. Ironfly has a better risk reward ratio than a comparable iron condor, but has a more narrower profit and loss path. The iron condor, though, has a higher probability of profit. Now to the expiry trade. On Thursday, July 23rd, 2020, at 12:47 pm, I initiated the iron butterfly trade as follows when Nifty was at 11,215. Buy one lot of 23rd July expiry, 11,100 strike price put at 3.75. Sell one lot of 23rd July expiry, 11,200 strike price put at 25.2. Sell one lot of 23rd July expiry, 11,200 strike price call at 23.5. Buy one lot of 23rd July expiry, 11,300 strike price call at 1.25. Note that the width of the bull put and bear call spreads are 100 points and the short put and short call have the same strike price, 11,200. Now let's look at the margin required to initiate the iron fly trade. The margin required for the above setup is about Rs 41,120 and the capital required is about Rs 41,500. Enter the buy option trades first to get the maximum benefit of the new margin rules. The probability of profit at expiry is about 42% for this strategy. Capital is defined as the amount of free cash required in your account to enter this trade, while margin is defined as the amount of free cash required in your account to maintain this trade once you enter it. Now let's look at some calculations. Net credit is equal to the sum of all options sold minus the sum of all options purchased, which comes to about 43.7. Maximum loss at expiry is equal to difference between adjacent strike prices minus net credit multiplied by lot size, which comes to about Rs 4,223. Maximum profit at expiry is equal to net credit multiplied by lot size, which comes to about Rs 3,278. Upper break-even point is equal to middle strike price plus net credit, which comes to about 11,244. Lower break-even point is equal to middle strike price minus net credit, which comes to about 11,156. Now let's look at the risk graph of the iron fly trade. From the risk graph, it is evident that the strategy has a narrow profit zone and that explains the low probability of profit. There are two break-even points. The upper break-even point is at 11,244 and the lower break-even point is at 11,156. The maximum profit at expiry is Rs 3278 and the maximum loss at expiry is Rs 4223. Now let's look at one of the common mistakes made by the beginners when they start trading options. On the other side of the video, we will look at how the trade did. Mistake 6. Blaming the broker for your losing trades. Most beginners end up blaming the broker for their losses. as it is often the easiest thing to do. They blame the broker for hunting the stop loss, but the reality is different. It is not your broker that is hunting the stop loss, but the big institutional players, that is, the pension funds, mutual funds, and insurance companies, who can read from their charts where the beginner traders place their stop losses. Most brokers are honest and trustworthy because they know a good reputation is good for their business, and also because there is a regulator above them to enforce standards and discourage bad behavior. But if you suspect any foul play, you can take up your grievance straight to the capital market regulator, the SEBI. SEBI has a dedicated web based centralized grievance redress system known as SCORES, which enables investors to lodge and follow up their complaints and track the status of redressal of such complaints online from anywhere. Another common misconception is that brokers place opposite trades on the exchange for their client trades. But this is not true either, as any such activity would be noticed by the exchanges and regulators, who not only do audits but have real time monitoring systems. Also, the broker would end up losing significant money eventually on the impact cost alone. Impact cost, by definition, is the cost incurred by a buyer or seller of an underlying while executing a transaction due to the prevailing liquidity condition on the counter. The more the number of transactions, the more is the impact cost. So, if in reality a broker does place opposite trades, it would have to pay a bigger price for doing so. Now, let's look at whether we made a profit or loss on the trade. 2 hours into the trade at 2:53 pm, I closed the iron butterfly trade as follows. As the profit target of 50 to 60% of the net credit received was met. Sell one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,100 strike price put at 0.35. Buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,200 strike price put at 10.60. Buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,200 strike price call at 11.3. Sell one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,300 strike price call at 0.15. This trade made a profit of rupees 1478.27 post commissions and other brokerage charges. But what if the trade went wrong and breached either of the break-even points? Is there a plan B? Now to adjustments. Iron butterfly is a risk-defined strategy, unlike the short strangle. But a good trader would always want to cut the loss on a losing trade with a technique that would not add more risk than that is already existing and exit the trade when a certain percentage of the profit target, usually about 50 to 60%, has been met. I thought of the following adjustments if Nifty breaches either of the break-even points. Adjustment if the put side break-even point is breached is to add a long butterfly with puts. That is, buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,000 strike price put, sell two lots of 23rd July expiry 11,100 strike price put, buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,200 strike price put. The said adjustment would leave us with an iron condor kind of setup. It would significantly widen the profit zone but would reduce the max profit and increase the max loss. Adjustment if the call side break-even point is breached is to add a long butterfly with calls. That is, buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,200 strike price call, sell two lots of 23rd July expiry 11,300 strike price call, buy one lot of 23rd July expiry 11,400 strike price call. The said adjustment would leave us with an iron condor kind of setup. It would significantly widen the profit zone but would reduce the maximum profit and increase the max loss. Since the adjustment is done at the fag end of the trading session, It is highly unlikely that Nifty would make such a huge move so as to breach the break-even points of the adjusted position. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.